As you've learned, Schlumberger is involved at every stage in the life of an oil well, from exploration to abandonment. No two jobs are precisely the same, and on each job a different set of tools may be required. HDT, LDT, BHC, RFT, DLL. But of all the dozens of tools Schlumberger uses, there is only one unique tool which must be carried and run on every job you will ever encounter in your work as a field engineer. RHB. Your RHB is a highly sophisticated tool with years of development behind it. Failure to carry it with you at all times invites disaster on even the simplest job. Your RHB is unique in that it is the only tool for which we don't charge the client.
John, could you come here, please?
Michael, Ali, come here.
Furthermore, your RHB is the one tool which Schlumberger does not provide you with. You must develop and supply your own at no matter what personal cost. To forget your RHB on a job can mean hours of delay, needless expense to the client, to Schlumberger, and yourself. A job without RHB can be a misery for everyone concerned. But experience shows that this most essential tool is constantly being left behind at base, in the bachelor house, or even at home while on leave. It is often poorly maintained, thoughtlessly misused, and prone to break down in the middle of a job. Yet it is a tool which every service company, not just Schlumberger, requires.
For God's sake! What is it?
RHB. Reasonable human behavior. Never leave home without it. RHB is cubic. Communicate with the client. Understand the client's point of view. Behave reasonably. Individualize your treatment of the client. Confidence in your job. It's all about seeing things from the other guy's point of view. So your first requirement is communication. The problems you encounter on the site will be varied. So it is important that you listen carefully to your briefing before you leave base, and that you establish communications with the client the moment you arrive.
Morning, Mrs. Toto? Yes, got your message. Here I am. Rather earlier than you expected, I suppose.
I'm very good to see you, yes. Oh.
Now, take it easy. I may seem young, but I'm very experienced. I've delivered hundreds of babies. Absolutely hundreds. So keep calm and relax.
My English is no good.
No. I'm just going to ask you a few simple questions. Any indications of albuminuria? Any indications of incipient eclampsia? Pulmonary edema? Uremia? Cerebral edema? Any indications of placenta previa? Toxemia? Occipital positioning at all? Good heavens, woman, don't you understand plain English?
Since you are in a highly technical world, you will inevitably use technical jargon. But of course, you will explain its meaning to your client. And whenever there is a language problem, always check that you understand each other.
Aha! A happy father. Congratulations, congratulazioni. Yes, your wife doesn't have a lot to say for herself, does she? Now, I wonder if you can help me. Have her contractions started? And is this her first child? Is there any history of heart disease at all? Do you keep nodding your head because your head is loose, or are you mentally defective?
Make sure the client isn't just agreeing with you out of politeness, but don't automatically assume that he has nothing to tell you, or that he is stupid, or sooner or later you may miss something you need to know, and that something might just be important.
Oh, I see. Oh, what, there's something wrong with the leg? No, well, don't worry about that. Legs often swell up during pregnancy. Why don't you make yourself useful? I need lots of hot water, plenty of towels, okay? Water. Hot water. You get. Bloody foreigner.
The client is not necessarily fully aware of the precise nature of the job you are doing. So if you explain the technology of your job to him, you will not only earn his interest and perhaps gratitude, but you will avoid mistakes caused by misunderstandings.
I can give you a proper examination. I'd better get you into a better position, hadn't I? I see. You've got a broken leg as well as being pregnant, then.
And don't forget to say goodbye. It may help in future relationships. So much for communication. What about confidence? No matter how difficult or dangerous the situation, you should at all times maintain the client's confidence in you and in Schlumberger as a whole. Always keep a calm and controlled exterior, no matter how you may feel inside.
Oh, my God, a fire. Help! Help! A fire! Oh, my God, help! A fire! Help! There's a fire!
Look as if you know what you're doing, even if it's a new situation to you.
A kitchen.
Yes.
It started in the kitchen.
Yes.
A frying pan.
A frying pan fire. Oh, my...
Fire. The active principle operative in combustion, popularly conceived as a substance visible in the form of a flame already glow incandescent.
Even if you need to check something, try not to use the manual in front of the client.
Water. Don't use water. Don't use water.
Don't give a bad impression of the company either. That means your FSM or location manager.
Dan. Why didn't they tell me about this bait? I've only got water. Ali, give me one of those chemical thingies, quick. Give me a chemical thingy, quick, please. Hurry, man, hurry. What do you mean you don't understand, Huh? Well, you want me to shout it louder so it goes into your thick brain? Idiot! And they call this a civilized country.
Never criticize your operators or your equipment.
Yeah, okay, the chemical thing here, you know, the whoosher, the one like the shaving foam. Yet the one that keeps breaking down, that's right, yes. Good, thank you very much, thank you. You'd have thought my boss, with all his experience, right, he could have got this right. Oh, my God!
Even if you're waiting for a new tool and time is being lost, find something useful to do. It's vital that you maintain the client's confidence.
For God's sake, do something. My kids are up there.
There's nothing I can do, mate. Not until the chemical thingy arrives. God, pooped. Oh, for heaven's sake, man, don't go in there. It's dangerous.
And no matter how tired you are, don't let the client know it. It may help to snatch an hour's sleep, but don't do it in front of the client or when you're still on site. Now that you have created confidence, what about behavior? In the desert, miles from anywhere, it's easy to let standards slip, particularly when you're tired. The well site may look like a whole bunch of sand to you, but to the client, it's his home for months on end. Creating a good first impression helps. So park with consideration when you first arrive. Wireline logging companies are often the only people who are allowed to drive straight up to the rig, which makes it all the more important for you to park with some thought for others. And incidentally, personal appearance will help convince the client that you know what you're doing.
Mr. Smith?
He's upstairs. He's sleeping.
Ah? Huh?
Of course, you should report to the client on arrival, but use your common sense. Don't wake up the company man if he's off shift.
Oh. Morning, Gunner. Come and mend the television. Please, that's what it says here. Wouldn't want to mend the television if the cooker was out of order, would I?
What? Well, get on with it then and leave a man to sleep in peace.
Bit stuffy in here, isn't it? Would you like me to open a window for you? Sorry, dear.
That's all right. Would you like a cup of tea? The kettle's on.
Oh, Tom. Oh, a bit cluttered in here, aren't you? Nice furniture and all that, but I like a bit of space myself. Oh, God. Look at that. Who sold you that, then? I wouldn't have one of these if you paid me for it. You've been done here, missus, haven't you? Dear, oh, dear. What a load of junk.
RHB, reasonable human behavior, also means don't criticize the client or his rig. And remember your manners. They're just as important on the job as at home, if not more so.
Tea?
Oh, Tyler. I need some BNC coaxial cable here, love. And some 940 connectors, and I haven't got them.
Not that they'll do much good.
Still, I won't be a jiffy.
Oh, dear. Never mind. I'd rather have this lot anyway, I think. I don't know how people can live around here. I really don't. Miles from anywhere, cut off from civilization, nothing to watch but this old telly, and that'll break down as soon as I've left. No one to talk to, I expect, but that old man up there. And he spends the best part of the day under the bedclothes, doesn't he? Well, that's that.
charge you. It'll go wrong as soon as I've left, that's for certain. Sign that, will you? Cheerio, then.
And finally, remember that leaving the job properly is just as important as doing the job properly. Don't litter the site, and make sure everything is neat and tidy when you've finished. Last impressions are just as vital as first impressions. After all, you may have to go back to that site again someday. So before you leave, collect up all your rubbish and dispose of it properly. But sincerity is important. Token gestures can do more harm than good.
Cheerio!
Understand the client's point of view. The clients you meet at the well site will be vastly different from one another and from you in age, race, culture, levels of education, and salary. These differences can produce tension, but they don't have to. It's up to you to bridge the gap. And the best way to start is by trying to understand the other guy's point of view.
Could I see the head waiter, boy?
I am the head waiter, Grandpa.
Ain't you a bit young to be a head waiter?
Yes, well, I suppose I am a little young. Why not? I'm good. In fact, I am brilliant. I have a first-class honors degree in culinary arts from the Sorbonne, and I'm a graduate of the Harvard School of Economics. I'm doing all right, you know? I have pots of money. I drive a Maserati. Why not? It impresses the girls.
Try not to emphasize the differences between you, especially not by boasting. And don't condescend or put on superior airs.
Hello, my two little love birds. Are you enjoying your meal, huh? Hey, is that your jalopy outside? Hey, you mind next time you park it somewhere else, perhaps, huh? It ruins the image.
Because each client has different standards, you must try to understand them. Use your own judgment, and if you disagree, use tact.
Gentlemen, would you care for a drink before your meal, perhaps? A scotch on the rocks, an aperitif, a Saudi special, martini extra dry? No, I can really recommend the Pullini Montrachet. It is a wonderful wine. I got bombed out of my tree on it myself last night. It is a connoisseur's wine. Not something you'd recommend to that bozo over there. He wouldn't know the difference between a Chateau Lafite 70 and a pint of cod's wallop. Yeah, well, please yourself.
And don't criticize other clients to the client you are working with. It may make him wonder what you say behind his back. For the same reason, don't give away confidences to other clients.
Everything all right, monsieur?
Yes, thank you.
You see that man over there?
Yes.
In fact, he's not his wife.
No?
No. He brings his wife here on Saturday, and every other night of the week, he comes here with a different floozy.
Really?
Yes.
How do you know that?
I know everything.
I thought the Minister for Interior was discussing business with Minister of Education.
And what makes you think that, huh?
Because I'm her chauffeur.
Wow.
Boy! Waiter!
You ready to order, monsieur?
Yeah, I'd like some Kentucky chicken and French fries.
No, you would not. This is a restaurant, not a Chinese takeaway. Perhaps I suggest some salad niçoise and a few escargots to follow.
I don't want no salad, whatever you call it. And I don't want none of them escargots neither. I want Kentucky chicken and French fries.
You don't know what an escargot is, do you? Well, it is a snail. A little snaily whaley. And they are very delicious, and we cook them with just a little bit of garlic, you know?
I want chicken.
Listen, Mr. Buffalo Bill, have the salad, huh? I'm a fully qualified waiter, I should know. You eat the food and let me get on with my job,
Now you listen, Sonny. I've been eating meals since before you was born, and I know what I want.
Don't smoke at the table. It is an insult to the food.
Don't condescend. Of course your job's a specialist one, but it's only a very small area of a field in which he also is an expert. Think of the client's feelings first, then you can expect him to think of yours.
I'm going next door and get me some Kentucky chicken.
Kentucky chicken. He'll be back.
But will he be back? Schlumberger's is not the only place in town.
Hey! Look at this, what happened, huh?
Finally, remember Schlumberger gives individual service.
Why didn't you tell me about this? Yes, yes, I've only got one.
Can you imagine? What a cretin.
Don't you recognize him? That's you. But it could be anyone because under the pressures of the well site, people tend to forget themselves, especially when they encounter rudeness, ignorance, or prejudice.
Kentucky chicken. He'll be back.
The client is frequently unreasonable.
Oh, God.
Remember that first and foremost, we are a service company, and it's your responsibility to smooth over difficulties and make work a pleasure, not a chore. So don't behave as if the hole has been drilled just so that you can practice logging it. Remember your RHB and use your intelligence and personality to establish a good relationship with the client. Because if you don't, the competition is always happy to do your job for you.